Agenda item 43. Discussion for possible action regarding the ratification of Hans Jessup as court administrator, salary of $160,000 plus benefits out of the general fund. Mr. Jansen?
Mayor and City Council, how are you?
I'm
We're
very
playing a
well.
little switcheroo today. I'm Deputy City Manager Tim Hacker. I have the pleasure of supporting the municipal courts as part of my oversight. On behalf of City Manager Jansen, however, we are pleased to forward for ratification Hans Jessup as the next court administrator. I'm going to turn this over to our Chief Judge, Kelly Giordani, so she can really kind of talk about the process and the selection. But one thing I wanted to know, a couple things actually. Hans is a beekeeper, so if you ever have bee issues, I think that's important that you're aware of that. And he also won the chocolate chip cookie bake-off in 24. So those are important things. We don't get into the personal side of our employees very often.
A very valuable asset
very
for the
valuable.
city.
Yes, it is. So if the Chief Judge would like to make some comments.
Good morning, Madam Mayor and Council. My
Good
name is
morning.
Kelly Giordani, and I'm the Chief Judge of Las Vegas Municipal Court. You saw our current court administrator, Jack Esslinger, this morning. When he informed the judiciary of his intention to retire, we were sad and happy. Sad to lose such a great court administrator and a member of our municipal court family, but certainly happy for Jack and his future retirement and time that he gets to spend with family and friends. When we found that out, we immediately began working with HR to get the job posted and determined that it would be open to internal candidates, people who work within the city that are qualified and interested. At the close of that posting, we had 2 internal candidates who were extremely qualified. We began interviews that were attended by all 6 of the Las Vegas Municipal Court judges, a court management team member, and an HR representative. At the conclusion of those interviews, by unanimous decision, the judges selected Hans Jessup as our next court administrator. It is our sincere belief that Mr. Jessup has the professional experience as well as the skill set to handle this multifaceted and dynamic position. He is currently our court operations manager, and despite his beekeeping and cookie making, indulgences, he also is phenomenal with our court management system. In the time that he's been with us, he has fully immersed himself in our culture and has proven himself very well and doing a fantastic job at working with our municipal court team. So based on that, the judges respectfully request your ratification for him as our next court administrator, and we appreciate your consideration.
Thank you so much. Do any members of the council have any questions?
I do.
Oh, yes, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you very much, all 3 of you standing there. I met with the Chief Judge yesterday, and I just wanted to pass along a request. Mr. Jessup, I haven't met you yet, but I like to make requests when it's appropriate. I think for me, and I'll just speak for me, but I think it's also maybe beneficial for this council, is to fully understand what it is that happens in the municipal court, that no matter what laws we pass up here, it really ends up in the court system, and our city attorneys and the defense attorneys and the judges are the ones who roll out what happens with the bills that we pass up here. And I think it'd be great to get an overview of what the priorities of the court are, what the responsibilities of the court system are, just maybe in briefings, Mr. Jansen, at some point in the future when you're comfortable in your new role. I think it'd be great to get that overview in briefings with the City Council, if that's okay with your Chief Judge.
I consent.
And absolutely, that's something I'm very familiar with, having come from the Supreme Court. One of the biggest things that we made sure we tried to do is communicate. So we'll make sure we communicate what we do.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Well, this seems like a very sweet decision.
Appreciate it.
Oh, my goodness. May I have a motion, Mayor Pro Tem?
Yeah, congratulations, sir. I will move to approve.
Shall we vote on the motion? Post? Passed. Congratulations.
Mayor, if I can indulge, can we have Hans just explain, I've told you about the most interesting aspects of him, but maybe he can explain his background a little bit and his credentials.
Be delighted.
Honestly, it's a little overwhelming. I come from a very small town. Grew up in a very small community, and so to be able to grow in that kind of community and come to a city like Las Vegas to be a leader of a court is pretty humbling. I've worked for everything from a probation officer, court clerk, all the way up into court administration. I've worked in the judiciary in Colorado, Utah, and northern Nevada, and now down here. I've worked for the Supreme Court for 15 years, overseeing their annual reports and statistics, so I know about communication and getting out what we do. I would be remiss if I didn't thank my family and friends for their support. Some of the things that I've noticed about the court, having had the opportunity to work there, is we have an exceptional judiciary that is focused on individual justice. They're top-notch. I have staff that are equally exceptional. They are poised to do great things and have been doing great things. The leadership is fully engaged. So with that, I know that there's going to be great success at this court. Not by anything necessarily that I do, but by everything that they do. And so I'm grateful and humble to have this opportunity. Thank you.
We're very happy to have you. Thank you so much.